Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Pickett now from the gun here. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
First carry for Raheem Mostert. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins 1st down. The Dolphins at 500 and 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here, and it kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Tua sets up to pass it. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And the Steelers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think, is making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
And they will finally haul him down at the Dolphins' 13. 53 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. Nothing fancy there, a little smash-mouth football right up the gut on the dive, and it turns into a huge play.
You talk about the fastest way to the secondary. Right up the gut as you described and sprinted into the secondary for a long, long run.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. On second down, this is Harris. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Going for it on 4th down. Here's Pickett. That throw finds Pickens in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Steelers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2? Going into a double team, and it's intercepted. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback to just throw.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Got a man here. It's Wilson. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Eluding the pressure right. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. He has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Sanders' kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Here's Trenton Cannon on the return from his end zone. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. From one end zone to the other, 101 yards, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Well, Brandon, if we go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator, he showed us his script. Didn't show us everything now. He said, here's the script for the game. I think everything's going according to plan in a big way. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's about as good as, that is as good as you can do, I guess. So, well done.
Yeah, well done indeed. Tremendous execution.
Boswell on now to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Let's go.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll look to Mostert to start things out. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Ready.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Gets this one to Hill. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready.
Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. That was a pretty good job by the defense, I thought, right? I mean, they had to go to their check down, but still were able to get it done for the 1st.
Agreed. Anytime you can force them to come back to a receiver that's a little bit shorter in the route, you've done your job on defense, but still, they pick up the 1st down and get a fresh set.
Huge 4th down conversion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Tua. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And the Steelers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. 3 first-half interceptions now. And, Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. Off the play fake, here's Pickett. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it.
Okay, ready?
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. And sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And that throw, wow, 72 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Cannon now elects to bring this out. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Off play action, Pickett. He's got a man complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big pickup of 38. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Pickett sets up play action. Open man, completes it to Claypool. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 25 yards that time. It's Pickett on the keeper. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. An option handoff given to Harris. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
They'll try to run with Harris. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point put through by Boswell, and the lead is up to 18 now. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Here we go.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with 3rd and a full yard to go. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. 3rd and 1, and Tua wants to throw it. That's out to the flat for Edmonds. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 14 yards through the air. Caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They'll try to run with Edmonds, and this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Tua going to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Sanders now to add the extra point. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. Seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this 3rd quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Let's go.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, they trail here, though not really the fault of this offense.
No, they certainly did their part in the first half. But when you're in a shootout like this, you definitely want your defense to play better, but you know that's out of your control. All you can do, keep putting points on the scoreboard and keep giving your defense opportunities to make stops.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
They'll get this to his running back, Edmonds. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Two big plays in succession, and the Dolphins on the move. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Running on 1st down with Gaskin. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Mostert not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Black Ultra.
On 2nd and goal, Tua. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
There he goes, right side. And he's going to step out of bounds up past the 40. 147 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now Pickett will look to pass it. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
On play action, here's Tua. And quickly, he just gets that ball out of there. Not quite sure what he was doing, and here comes the flag. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. From midfield, here's Tua. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw.
Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17 into the red zone.
On the ready. Little check. Striker, 3-3. Ready.
Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he's got it. Touchdown. Cedric Wilson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Cannon now elects to bring this out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Now a second down and 6. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. Over the middle, complete. It's Harris. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A nice stick and stop for a loss here from Jalen Phillips.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now on 2nd and 13. Pickett. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. We're holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half. Those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Play action, now it's Tua. And apparently not liking what was taking place, so he'll just tuck it and take the sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. The kick by Sanders is good, and that'll bring him back within a point. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and 3rd and 8 now. Well, clear running situation. Trying to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning.
On the double. Ready?
Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Dolphins have taken a 4th-quarter lead. So from 3 scores down, these guys have fought all the way back to grab the lead. And I'll just tell people what happened when they went up 3 scores. I wrote onto your paper 2 words, game over, and now I'm eating those words. I was wrong.
A little salt, a little pepper, goes down pretty easily.
I will admit when I make a mistake.
Well, it looked like it was going that way. This is one of those paging Frank Reich moments. I can't believe I just brought that up. Because Frank Reich, at Maryland in college, did it to my Tennessee Volunteers, and that was a big reason why my team lost.
Sounds like he still harbors some pain from that game.
You know, we still got a little time to work it out with the doctor.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Looking to throw here. Pickett. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within the shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Pickett, fourth down, desperation time. He's got Pickens complete, and he will have a Dolphins first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Dolphins get the football in great field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A run with Mostert up the middle. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Now Tagovailoa. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. To throw is Tua. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Sanders' kick is good. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game. In this sequence here, maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
Here's Pickett. He's got this to Pickens. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were